Book Sprajna.
Selection and organization of relevant historical evidence and information. How do you select and organize relevant evidence and information on aspects of history from a variety of primary and secondary sources, and ensure that their sources reflect a range of perspectives? Selecting and organizing relevant evidence and information on aspects of history from a variety of sources is a methodical process. It involves critical analysis and a systematic approach to ensure that the sources are credible, representative, and cover a range of perspectives. Here's a step-by-step guide to this process. 1. Define the research question or objective. Clearly articulate what you want to investigate. Pose what you want to articulate in the form of questions. This will guide your selection of sources and types of evidence. 2. Identify relevant types of sources. Based on your research question, determine which types of primary and secondary sources are most likely to provide relevant information. For instance, if studying the social impact of World War II, you might look at diaries, letters, photographs, and period newspapers, which are primary sources, as well as historical analyses and documentaries, which are secondary sources. 3. Source selection criteria. Consider the credibility, authenticity, and relevance of sources. Evaluate the author's background, the date of publication, and the context in which the source was produced. For websites, consider their domain authority and check for academic or institutional affiliations. 4. Seek a range of perspectives. Ensure that your sources represent a variety of viewpoints. This is crucial for a balanced understanding of historical events. For controversial or complex topics, include sources that present differing or opposing viewpoints. 5. Gathering and organizing information. Collect information systematically, keeping detailed records of sources, including bibliographic information for citation. Organize the information thematically, chronologically, or according to the research question. Use digital tools like databases or reference management software for efficient organization. 6. Analyzing and interpreting evidence. Critically analyze the information gathered. Look for biases, assess the reliability of evidence, and consider the context. Cross-reference sources to verify facts and interpretations. Be aware of the limitations of your sources. 7. Reflecting on the evidence. Reflect on how the evidence and different perspectives shape your understanding of the historical event or aspect. Consider how the interpretation of historical events might change over time or vary between cultures. 8. Presentation of findings. Present your findings in a coherent manner, structuring your narrative or argument logically. Use evidence to support your conclusions, clearly referencing sources. 9. Acknowledge limitations. Acknowledge any gaps or limitations in your sources or research. 10. Ethical considerations. Respect copyright and intellectual property rights when using sources. Cite all sources correctly to avoid plagiarism. By following these steps, you can select and organize historical evidence and information in a way that ensures a comprehensive, balanced, and credible representation of the historical aspect you are studying. This approach not only enriches your understanding but also provides a solid foundation for any conclusions or interpretations you draw from your research.
Book Sprajna.